Good afternoon, everyone. This is Brian Kelly, and I am again reporting to you from my vehicle here in RTP, North Carolina. Another gorgeous day out, just kind of out and about here. I wanted to do another video. I get the question asked, a lot of times from people, they say, and this, I guess, is a personal thing, I don't know, but they say, they ask this question: can I, in this sense, I really make $500 per week with the Prosperity Home Network? And the answer to that question is an absolutely, positively, yes, you can. And here's why. Number one, we have a team website. I mentioned yesterday that everyone in my team, it's almost mandatory that we get a personalized website because I think that's just the best route to go. But there are some people who will get into the program who just don't want to go that route for whatever reason. But despite that, they can still have success. And the reason why is because a team website has been formed by the owner of this program. So basically, all you really have to do is free. It's free for everyone in the company to use, okay? And, I strongly advise people to go ahead and use it. And the reason why is because, number one, it's free. And number two, the owner, Bruce, he does a fantastic job of explaining how the system works, how the program works. He gives payment proof. He talks about different levels of the program. He talks about everything to cover the entire system. And you get a full understanding of that when you take a look at it. Not just you, but your prospects. I mean, you get in a business, you want to make sure that you're not trying to sell anything, but all you're doing is sending your prospect to that website. Now, once they, watch the video a couple times on that particular website, then what you should do is have them to contact you either by phone or text or email preferably, and tell them, they'll tell you that they want to get the flyer. Now, at that time, what you can do is simply email them the flyer over as a PDF, or worst case scenario, you can drop it in the mail. So, boom, simple as that. So there's a solution to that. That's number one. Oh, sorry. Okay, number two, informative videos on the website. Kind of going back to what I said. When you get into a program like this, you don't want to have to do all the heavy lifting and talking and explaining and telling everybody about it and everything, because let's face it, you may miss something. You may not know exactly what you're talking about, and you could potentially mislead a person and turn them off. But when you have a formatted situation where they're actually going to something and watching it, and they can watch it anytime, as many times as they want to, and the owner of the company is talking about the program, and explaining the program in great detail, then that's what you want. Okay. Not only that, if you decide to get the My Capture Page website, you'll get that. You'll get another video which is even more in depth, and it talks more into the compensation plan. So that's another thing. You got to have informative videos to teach and tell your prospect what this is all about, so you don't have to do it. I want you to understand, when you come into this program, you're not having to explain anything. That's what the website's for. That's what the videos are for. Okay. Now, number three, which is really important. Okay, I've been in companies before where you make sales or whatever, and you have to wait like a whole month to get your check. The company's in total control of it. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like when you want your money when you want your money, right? With this program here, the company never touches your money, okay? Never, ever, ever, ever. You deal with, basically, when a person decides to get involved in a program, your name is going to be in one of those boxes, box 1 or box 2. And it's going to have, of course, your name and your address, and most importantly, how you want to receive money. For me personally, I receive money through, second-day priority mail, Cash App, PayPal, Walmart to Walmart, The list goes on and on. It all depends on, that's your personal preference. However you want to get paid, then you state that, and when the person decides to join the program, it gives them very specific instructions on what to do, including your like, for instance, your Cash App ID. All you have to do is follow those instructions, and your money is sent to you without having to wait for a company to send your money, which is a good thing. Number 4, extensive ways to market your Prosperity Home Network business. Now, when you go in the back office, let me go back for a second. A lot of times when a person gets involved in a business, they're in it and they're like, okay, now what do I do next? Well, that's a fair question. And the thing about it is, when you go in the back office, we have a lot of different ways to get your business, to kind of hit the ground running. They are SMS text leads. Okay. Also, Bruce will mail out, if you don't want to mail out flyers, that's fine. He has a company that will do that for you. There's a whole variety. I mean, me personally, I show people, my team, how do I can do like a digital postcard. There's Craigslist, there's Facebook, there's all different kind of ways and methods to teach you some basic steps on what to do once you actually start the business. Also, in your welcome package, you're going to have a great informative set of instructions as to how to market your business. So just know, when you decide to get involved in the program, once you are actually in, you'll know what to do and how to do it. Okay, we won't leave you hanging like that at all. Okay, because that's not a good thing. You can start the program right away. And of course, if you get involved with me, I show you some other things. It's even better and cheaper, and some are even free. Okay, so so I want to just tell you about that. Lastly, number 5, owner is very transparent. Okay, yes, very transparent. When I first started this program, I remember getting the flyer. I called him something. Okay, well, he'll probably come back tomorrow. And like 5 minutes later, he called me back. And I'm thinking, okay, this is really interesting. I never had an owner of a company to call me back, or most time you get like a generic email and you never hear from the person again. He actually called me back 5 minutes after I sent him. Left him a voicemail. And we had a really good conversation. He told me about his experience, talking about his family, a really decent guy. And I think that's important. I mean, when you have the trust issue with, people, that's a big thing. And I felt very comfortable from the get-go that's one of the main reasons I started, with this, because, I really thought the guy was, an upstanding person. And so far, I've been totally right. Every single time I have an issue or have a question, I get a hold of him, either by phone or by text, and he gets right back with me. And I can appreciate that, because you don't see that a lot. A lot of times you can't even get in contact with the owner of the company, And so, so those 5 reasons right there, I'll make this video a little bit shorter than it was yesterday. Those are 5 reasons I tell you that you definitely can make $500 per week. If you would use all these things to your benefit, just exhaust all these things. Use that team website. If you don't want to get a regular website like I have, the videos are very informative. Get your people to look at those videos. You don't ever try to explain this to anybody. Okay, always point people to information. Point people to the flyer. Point people to the website. Those are things that do the talking, explaining, convincing, and selling for you. And see, you have to understand something too. Okay, if you're sitting there explaining something to someone and you do a really good job, and then they get involved and they're all excited, then they're going to go home and start thinking, wait a minute. Okay, this guy explained this thing to me and I understood, but am I going to have to do that, with some of my prospects? So if they have to do that if they're going to have to sit there and be a salesperson with their prospects, they're not going to do anything. But if you make it easy, where you say all you have to do is point people to information, point people to the website, give people the flyer. If you can do that, then you can be successful. Then people will do that. They'll follow suit. They'll follow you, and you will be considered a leader, and that's what you want. Okay, again, member to member, nothing like getting money, not having to wait around for your money and that sort of thing. Who wants to wait? I it's just this is crazy. I mean, it's like when people decide to send me my cash app or whatever. I mean, I get a ping on my phone. I go to Cash App, right? And then I saw my phone and I hit it, and it says, "Do you want an instant deposit or like wait 2 days?" I always do instant, and then I hit instant, and like 2 seconds later, ding, it drops in my bank account. Okay, that fast. I don't have to wait for a week or a month for my money from some company, where they are in total control of you, and that sort of thing. You work hard and you have to wait for your money. That's not right. I don't like that. Again, extensive way, number 4, extensive way to, market your PHN business. There are a lot of things in the back office. And I'll tell you too, I'm quite certain that there are going to be even more ways. I'm looking, at doing some postcards. Postcards are really good because postcards, unlike envelopes, they're 35. I think they're 35-cent stamps. They're a lot cheaper. And with a postcard, that postcard, let's say if it's going from California to New York, okay, it's going to change hands, and someone could potentially see the postcard. If it has a website on there that's catchy, they may even write that thing down, and write that website down, and before it even gets to its destination. But a letter is inside of an envelope, so you don't know what it is. So that's why I love postcards, because a lot of people see it on the way to its destination, and also it's cheaper. So that's a good thing. And lastly, of course, the owner is a transparent guy, very good guy. I think you'll like him. Give him a call. Don't call him all the time, but just if you have questions, give him a call. So if you would like more information, please go to make500perweek.com and sign up. If you have questions, of course, you can give me a call. My number is 919-999-8154. That's my cell phone. Please give me a call if you have questions. Look forward to working with you. Take care. Bye.